Hi everyone, this is the answer key for, let me just write it up top. It's the answer key for 7-2 area of triangles. So we have to remember for all of these, let's start with number one. The formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. Scroll down a little. So this first one, I'm still going to write the formula. Area equals 1/2 times, it looks like the base is 10, times the height. Remember the base and height always form a 90-degree angle, so the height's 9. Remember, because of the commutative and associative properties, I can multiply in any order I want. I'm going to do 1/2 times 10. You can think of what is half of 10, or if you want to do it off to the side, do 1/2 times 10 over 1. That would give me 10 over 2, which is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Also, I could just think half of 10 is 5. And I still have this times 9 over here, so I'm going to write times 9. So my area is going to equal 5 times 9, which is 45. So 45 square inches, I'll write my answer right in there. Let me change colors for the next one. Let's go with blue. All right, so here's another triangle, same formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to write area equals, I'm going to use 0.5. If you're using a calculator, remember the decimal for 1/2 is 0 and 5/10. You can also do it that way if you want. Now I need to find the base and the height. I see 3 numbers here, 1, 2, 3, but we need to remember the base and height always form a 90-degree angle. Here's that 90-degree angle right there. So that means our base is going to be 12 and the height's going to be 18. So times 12 times 18. If you want to use a calculator, I'm fine with that. I could also think, what is half of 12? It is 6. 6 times 18 will give me my answer. So therefore, area equals, I don't have a calculator on me, 48, it'll equal 108 square centimeters. Now I'll put my answer right up there. Let me open up a calculator for this next one. So here's another triangle. Again, it's going to be area equals 1/2 base times height. Another way you could do that, and it has the same meaning as it, it's or base times height divided by 2. That will work as well. I'll actually try this one that way. Again, pick which way works best for you. So area will equal 13 times 16 divided by 2. You're going to multiply here first, and 13 times 16 is 208. Area equals 208 divided by 2. And now I'll do that division. I'm going to get 104 as my answer, square meters. So 104. Scrolling on down. All right, so here's 3 triangles again. They just don't show us the images of the triangle, but we're going to use the same formula. So number 4, area equals 1/2 base times height. Again, you could use that base times height divided by 2 if you want. I'll just write that off to the side. I'm going to try to go a little faster. So area equals, looks like the base, oops, I made a mistake. 1/2 times the base is 30 times the height, which is 15 and 6/10. Half of 30, again, off to the side, if you can't do it, you could do 1/2 times 30 over 1, or you could do 0.5 times 30, or you could just think, what is half of 30? I know it's 15, so I have 15 times 15 and 6/10. I absolutely need a calculator for that. Let's see. 15 times 15.6, it is 234. So the area is going to equal 234 square meters. I'm going to put that right up there. All right, let me change colors so I can separate it. Here's another triangle. area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2 times 18 times 6 1/2. I know half of 18. I could do it off to the side. I could put 5/10 times 18, 0.5 times 18 in my calculator. 1/2 times 18 is 9. I have 9 times 6 1/2. I personally just change that half to a decimal. So let me erase that. And after solving that, I get 58 and 5/10 square inches. All right, last one. Triangle. Okay, so again, area equals, I'm going to do base times height divided by 2 for this one. Some people may like that better. So area is going to equal base is 8 times 3, which is the height, all divided by 2. I am going to multiply first and get 24 over 2, which is 24 divided by 2. So my area is going to equal 24 divided by 2 is 12 yards. I don't have room to write. So 12 square yards. Last two problems. Number 10, Pedro is building a playground in the shape of a right triangle. He wants to know the area of the playground to decide how much sand to buy. What is the area of the playground? Now, 4 1/3, I do not want you putting 0.333333 in your calculator over and over again. So we're going to end up changing that mixed number to an improper fraction. I wish I could scroll down a little bit more, but I can't. So let me start with my formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to change that off to the side, to an improper fraction. Remember, I'm going to take the denominator times the whole number, I get 12, then add that leftover numerator to get 13, so it's going to be 13 thirds. So now I could say area equals 1/2 times 13 thirds times 18. To make my life simple, I'm just going to put this 18 over 1. This is where things get a little bit tricky. I'm going to pick 2 to simplify, or 2 numbers to multiply first. In this case, I'm going to choose 13 thirds right there. I'm going to choose 18 over 1 because I see I could simplify. Let me change colors. The 3 and the 18, because I could divide each of them by 3. I could get 1 3 from 3, and I could get 6 3s from 18. So if I multiply those two, I'm going to have 13 times 6, and now 1 times 1, and anything over 1 is itself. So that's going to give me 78 over 1, which is the same as 78, and now I just have half times that. If you find out 1/2 or 0 5/10 times 78, you will get for yourself 39. And that's in square yards. So again, I chose those two first because I saw 8, 3, and 18 could be simplified, and it made my life a little bit easier. But again, you could do it the other way. You would end up with 26 over 6, and then the 6 and 18 could be simplified as well. So 39 square yards. Last one, number 12. The base of the triangle is 4 4/10. The height of the triangle is 250 centimeters. What is the area of the triangle in meters? So here I have 4 4/10 meters for the base. The height, I have something different though. I have 250 centimeters, and that's not okay because we're looking for an answer in meters. If you remember from the last unit, there was 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So that means for 250 centimeters, I want that to meters. It's going to be 2.5 meters because there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And then I multiply by 2.5 to get 250. I do the same thing here. So I get my 0.5 meters. So I'm going to do 1/2 base times height, 1/2 times 4 4/10 times 2 5/10. Since those are in decimals, I'm just going to change my 1/2 to 0.5. I'm going to put all of that into a calculator now. 0.5 times 4 4/10 times 2 5/10. I get that. Oh, nope, that is right. 5 5/10. 5 5/10. So the area is going to equal 5 5/10 meters squared. I'll put my answer right there as well. After watching this, do the 5-question exit ticket. If you're stuck on the exit ticket, you come back and watch this. You can watch the first video, and remember, you could do that exit ticket as many times as it takes you to get a 100. Hopefully this was helpful. Go for that 100 on the exit ticket.